Picked by FaZe, so surely Spirit are in trouble.
Yeah, and look, I know Spirit did some convincing over there at the Major, but I was doing one of the RMR games when Dex was still on the roster, and this is what kind of fooled me about Spirit. They got blown out by Sinners. Zedco just mauled them, but let's see what they have in store here. 1x bet odds, understandably so, favoring FaZe. Towards Yard, they want to go, and they already passed. He's seen two.
Yeah, they're flying past. He's just seen the shadows so far. Patsy, one opportunity at the very least, but it's going to be broky to open up Nuke with the kill on the Wonderful. Magic gets one in return. Rops is close, but the dualies is on the other side. Siren good for one, and the trading will continue, it seems. 3 on 3. They're down below. They've got the bomb, and over at the ramp, we still have Rain. What a great crunch. If anyone is there on the Spirit side, they probably were going to be found, but somehow they're not.
Yeah, and two players are coming from ramp here, you can see. Siren's going to come late vent. Twistzz has already mantled up to a great position in combination with Rain here. This should be locked down.
And this position is so hard to clear if you go the right-hand side from the CT's point of view. It seems like it's a really stupid position because there's nowhere to go, but you just so easily forget about it. Looks like they're going to go the other way, though. Patsy will take one kill.
Oh, no.
That's nicely done. And Chopper with the headshot to bring down Rain. It's all on Karrigan, 1 versus 3, to try and hold on to this round, and that seems to be almost impossible at this stage. He sees the top of his head.
Needs to knock him off.
For it. Oh, it could have worked. It just almost did. If he gets that kill and gets back in through, there is a really good shot that he's going to be able to win that one.
Yeah, I think that Twistzz wanted to peek to try and set Rain up, but when he peeked out the second time, getting absolutely punished, you can see here the massive bounding leap of the T's to get this space in the broken opener, but immediately stalled out was the push Hut and Hell. And this from Karrigan, if he makes that kill, the round could have been theirs because I don't think there was a defuse kit in play in that situation. So almost a round for FaZe, but it will be Spirit drawing first blood here on Nuke, and a force buy back facilitated by that plant. Crazy outside of the box here. You saw that pocket strat that Mahone highlighted with the front smoke going Hut, but they're not going to operate with something that pacey early, and you can understand why, right? You want to allow the CTs to deploy their utility, and then it's more of an even fight. You can see Galil's versus Famus's and Rifles, and there's the first fight up and over. Patsy's going to win that one. See you later, Rain.
Yeah, that looked a bit scary for a second. He's down to 31 health. Got to be careful, but he's moving closer to here if anything is happening on the other side. It'd be hard for him to take many more fights out of the yard, but if he can just stay relevant to make sure that no one is sneaking through, that's still pretty decent.
Curious off angle here from Chopper. Normally you'd have players either back on the stairs or in the vent, so hoping they're a little bit lazy with the clears.
They surely eventually are going to try and connect with the two people playing over on the ramp side. Or not even ramp yet. A little bit deceptive there, but... Oh.
It's all a fake, right? This is a backside molly. I think they want to keep feet planted, and Chopper, well, he is both. Has a chance to get a double kill, but cannot connect.
Yeah, and there's the rest of the strategy coming in. Magix, he is in a world of trouble right now. They're right all behind him. broky will find him. Patsy's on his own. The bomb is planted, and technically a 1 versus 4. Though he does get that kill rather quickly. That's a textbook round from crunching that B bomb site from 2 different sides.
I'm curious as to what the thought process is there from FaZe. Maybe it's if they throw the top util, they're not only expecting the top players to stay standing, right? But also there's a bit more communication. So maybe too many audibles for Chopper, right? And then they just charge on down. You could see it wasn't slow. As soon as the util hit top site, both players in secret rushed.
Yeah.
And that was getting them in towards the lower. But it was great work. You could see there was multiple players from Spirit who were looking the wrong direction, getting caught in the back. So the pace from FaZe was not caged, and we will go 1-1 in the early stages. So immediately back on the board. And they retain 3 Galils. That's a great round. It's very likely to see Spirit bounce back in with a force by their own. But this was it, yeah. And Chopper, it felt like he would have been good for at least 1 there.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that he didn't get a kill is a little bit sad, but he did something that I just always... Maybe a little note in the back of my mind somewhere. Whenever I see a player in exactly that situation, it's like a player test for me. When they don't try to track the player in air, but just tries to go for 1 target to kill them, that always makes me a little bit happy. I was like, yeah, that's
gonna
what
get baited.
It's so easy, and I don't know if it's exactly true, but I feel like it's almost impossible to train yourself out of doing it. I feel like some players are just so good at target selection, and other players will always... kind of, it's almost like their lizard brain will just kick in and they're like, oh, I'm fighting everyone.
I'm just happy to get a kill. So, you know, we all set the bar differently.
We need to play some games
Played a couple of Ancients. I brought you into the stacks. We showed you the ways.
I don't think I've lost the game in Ancient yet.
There you go.
So, that one, we'll see.
Okay.
Right over.
That's one to draw back, 4v4.
Not that much to work with here, but I mean, if Ancient was anything to go by, maybe that doesn't mean that much. I don't want to draw any conclusions yet because we've been faked out a couple of times. 3 people downstairs.
That's crazy. They've actually been able to pick up the weapons as well. Patsy dropped the M4 and Magic's been able to find that Galil. So this is looking fantastic for Spirit.
And he's ready. If someone wants to come through here, they're going to be shot in the feet as they're trying to climb through the window, and that might make it a bit awkward, although broky takes the better angle for it, goes for the fight and still loses at the door. At least the bomb didn't drop on the other side, but they're still in a 2-on-3, making a 1 versus 3. Karrigan on his own, 28 seconds. This play would have been amazing if the bomb had actually been down, but now, as a last-ditch effort, it just seems like pure panic. 20 seconds crouching in, and oh, not even looking the wrong way. They're back.
With the force buys again. So both teams with a couple of boo-boos in the early stages of some of these maps here. And wonderful, we have to point impact to him on the scout. He gets the last kill, sure. The Karrigan one isn't really the biggest of the deal, but the opening kill, because this Galil in the hands of Magix to take down broky came from the opening frag. So you have to remember how they were able to bolster the weapons they had. So great stuff from Wonderful to find that opening pick, but of course the force buy wars will continue here. 3 AKs and 2 upgraded pistols for FaZe. But U2 extremely light on. They'll limp one forward. The nade, a bit sticky there from Patsy. Okay, well, never mind. He's been flatlined. He's given up the opening kill twice now.
That's an interesting beginning. See if they can keep trading back and forth for a while longer, maybe. Patsy kind of seemed like he knew that they were running past there, but just maybe wasn't expecting that much of an aggressive peak.
I don't think Magix is expecting this either. Look how far forward Rops is. And yeah, Magix is back turned. Rops has just slinked on through. Great play from Rops here. Now it's a 3-on-5 situation against Spirit. And it's getting worse. What a shot from Rain.
No
Ouch.
way. Oh, there's no way.
How long is this going to continue? We've gone tit for tat since the start right now. I'm going to lock this one as a FaZe round.
I feel like whatever this happens, though, whatever team first wins the consecutive round, that tends to be the one you get really far ahead based on that. We'll see if Spirit can save something. I mean, that's going to be important, right? That obviously, on the CT side, that economy is going to get so much worse a little bit quicker. Rain finding one, and Siren, I don't think he's making it out of this one either. Coming up, oh, that's a nice little spin around. Still 30 seconds, but he is low on health. And they're going to take the bomb down below, just to be sure.
Well, we've seen some interesting maneuvers from Twistzz with the bomb. He's been left to his own devices, and this time he will get it planted, so no worries there. It won't be the same unfortunate fate as Ancient. But yeah, this here from Karrigan, right, just swinging. You can see Patsy was worried about that gap, and Karrigan swings around. This one from Rain was beautiful onto Chopper there. That's what you love to see.
Are those Vox?
They are indeed. It warms my cold, dead heart, Anders, every time I see those on one of the guns. Apparently, they're worth a lot of money. If I'd known, I would have stocked up back in the day.
Yeah, wouldn't we all?
It's crazy how expensive those are. But this is the plan for the future, because obviously there's a bit of hype around them. One day, when I get old and I want to start coaching, I'll bring an Oz team back. We'll get the Vox logo out of retirement, and we'll all make millions.
Wheel it back out. Get some merchandise. All the rest of it.
Yeah, we'll trying to think. We'll bring Kev the kangaroo back. I don't know if you remember him from the olden days.
I have pictures of him from Beijing.
Yeah,
of course I do.
The gimmicks.
Yeah.
Travel around the world with an inflatable kangaroo. You can't be good at
times.
Counter-Strike. You may as well be entertaining.
Different times, strange times in many ways. But yeah, why not?
Oh, that's right, Beijing. Yeah, okay. You were casting with Gomez, our manager. It really did,
and
the
Khan,
multiverse.
Who was also running the event.
Yeah, my best mate.
I was the only caster on side as well.
How times have changed.
Yeah. Magic's, oh, an MP9 and a flash. He might as well have been looking into the sun at that point in time. Patsy down below that M4A1. That's not easy to do anymore, and he's going to almost complete it with a triple. That's a lot of damage. I'm so nervous you see that in the corner like that, but he made the job look easy. Siren up here, and on the other side, Rops recovering his position and able to get that one. And now the A-bomb site's in his control, at least for a bit.
Yeah, really important kill, because Chopper had already tucked in towards lower as well. So if FaZe had stayed pedal to the metal and continued in towards B, they would have had to deal with this 5-7. And, well, now he's got an AK. Wonderful. Up heaven with the deagle in hand, and Chopper starting to make a move over as well. Wonderful has been spotted here by Robs, looking for the fight. And this is where the Force by Wars could come to their end. The consecutive round for FaZe is looking extremely likely here. Wonderful's been called over to pick up another rifle, and he will scoop it up. So carrying these forward seems to be the better decision than going for a 2-on-3 retake with the bomb already planted. Never feels good on the CT side as well to lose the Force by Wars. It's worse on the CT side because
yes,
the economy really not in your favor. You don't have the extra cash coming through because of the plants.
Yeah, it's a lot that's fumbling a little bit here for Spirit early on in this first half on Nuke. Might be a very difficult recovery.
And the context of this game is a big one, right? If you're just joining us, you're not too sure where we're at in the tournament, well, the winner of this game will qualify for the Lanxess Arena. We already have 3 teams locked in. Surprisingly, Movistar Riders and Astralis are 2 of the names, Na'Vi being the 3rd. And I think we all want FaZe to be the 4th in that mix, because what happens is if FaZe lose this series and Na'Vi end up winning against Movi, they could end up on the same side of the bracket, and we really want to at least give ourselves the opportunity to have a FaZe versus Na'Vi grand final.
Hell yes. There's so much confusion, I feel like, at the top level of Counter-Strike right now. Na'Vi and FaZe are probably the 2 teams I would have felt pretty confident picking to make it there, but for all the rest, I just don't even know anymore. Yeah,
it felt like there was going to be at least a little bit more competitive nature out of some of these names who have all started the tournament very slow. G2 with an opening loss. Heroic already eliminated, the same for ENCE, right? The laundry list of names who we thought were going to be contenders for this trophy, well, most of them, well, not most, some of them have already been sent packing.
Yeah, hard times. But if you want to make it into the Cathedral, then yeah, you're going to be tested every step of the way there.
Precisely. That molly didn't spread, so Wonderful might go overlooked here.
Yeah, they assume that's already clear. Nicely done from Patsy. That's just a 5-7, but up close it's really impactful and wonderful. The timing, look at how they're just exchanging angles. 1, 2, 3, and every time it's a new player swinging for the fight. Very hard for FaZe to deal without them.
Maybe this isn't over just yet. I know it saved Guns and a couple of light upgrades, but now it's a 2-on-5 situation for Karrigan and Rops to piece this one together. Wonderful's already towards lower, has heard the door break, and will have to obey the molly. Bomb should go down here.
What a battle that they have on their hands. 2 versus 5 at the lower bomb side. That's a good tap from Robs. That'll give him a little bit of confidence to start with. They need about 3 or 4 more of those. Karrigan will get 1, but he's going to get traded right away. And they're so fast on there, not allowing Robs to escape back up through the ramp. So it's going to be the round for the Spirit side, shockingly.
Yeah, and at least I think now we can get into full gun rounds for both teams, because FaZe should have enough residual cash to get the buy. But yeah, just not clearing the corners right there. You can see Rain expecting Main to maybe have a deeper smoke so it couldn't be played around. But you're talking about those different angles. The molly didn't spread for Wonderful, and then Chopper with the swing as well. It's 3 different barbs towards Yard, and that's fantastic for the confidence of Spirit here early. I think they're quite a momentum-based team, right? And if they can really get rolling in their individuals, because there's a lot of firepower on this team, if they can all start hitting big shots, then they can take this to FaZe.
Well, like you said, finally a chance for some rifles to be brought out on all sides. And Patsy, huge impact at the beginning of Ancient, and starting out this round with a good kill there on Rain. So that'll help them out. A little bit of damage onto him. He steps on a grenade and might want to fall a little bit further back from there on out, but this is good.
This is the thing with Patsy. He never backs down. In the early stages of this game, he gave away a couple of opening kills towards Yard, and now in 2 consecutive rounds has found the opening himself. And this is what you want, right? He still has that confidence. He's not carrying the baggage that maybe a Karrigan and a Rain is of being denied and getting away with a play, you know, ending up losing tournaments or massive matchups because of maneuvers that you repeat and oh no. Whereas Patsy is still quite young, right? He's only 18 years of age, and he's got that confidence to continue to go for them time and time again.
Yeah, some of that trouble comes a little bit later. And some people, Config never learn.
He's in good form.
No, he's amazing right now. I don't want Config to change at all. I love this style. But you're right, it can backfire. It can sometimes cost you important rounds. 4 versus 5. Round number 7 is here, and we've got 40 seconds left. Magic's hugging the corner, trying to dodge the flashbang, but he cannot dodge the bullet that's coming through. Twistzz will drop him, and just like that, it's back into a 4-on-4 with about 30 seconds. Karrigan, he's ducking down. I think they know. Oh, but what a lineup from Chopper and the Molotov to slow them down behind. They need to call Karrigan. They want a chance of doing this. Karrigan, oh my god! What a spin around! absolutely crazy, and he'll close it out. Quad kill on Chopper. He made that look so easy.
Yeah, a bit of a statement round there from Chopper. That is massive stuff. They do get that opening, sure, but the fact that he's able to deal with all fronts there, getting attacked from Secret as well as Ramp, this is great. A bit of a statement round there from the in-game leader. Magic's going down without a fight at all. This is perfect. This is what you dream of. Multiple players landing in front of your crosshair there. The easiest double he's going to get, but the flick around and then the final frag are absolutely perfect, sending FaZe packing down to pistols here. That's a great round for Spirit. Now, we've seen them lose to less. We need them to convert this round if we want to have a competitive Nuke here.
There's no flashbang in play. I'm just going to point that out. So, at a minimum, they have that. It's a little bit of a bonus. But yeah, these are the kind of rounds where some of those really aggressive players can sometimes be also a liability. Yeah,
well, you can see Patsy's not backing down from a fight. He gave up his life. Lucky Wonderful is here to plug the holes in the boat.
And that AK is far away, so not easy to pick up for anyone on the FaZe side, even if they get the kill. So not the end of the world, maybe. Yeah, here come the rest of the troops. Out of range. Sent flying.
Good that Chopper's starting to hit some shots, and Wonderful as well. Wonderful's going to be a key component, right? We know that the best CT-sided player in Nuke in the world is Simple, and he's the AWPer for the team. So if anybody wants to try and replicate that, rotating around, being impactful towards Yard, making sure that that AWP is dynamic and never expected. If Wonderful starts to feel it and can maybe tell Chopper where he wants to take the big green, that is an extra bow, well, an extra arrow for Chopper to work with, right? It's great when your AWPer decides, hey, I want to go for a pick here or set me up for this. Some AWPers, they just sit back and they'll get told what to do, right? That some AWPers, they go, yeah, I have a good spawn, I want to take this fight. And that helps the in-game leader out a lot. It gives them more options, because if you have a player who's feeling it, right, it sounds silly. It sounds silly, but it's true, because confidence is a big part, especially for somebody like an AWPer in the team who's confident looking for those fights.
And it's not like you don't have enough decisions to make already as an in-game leader, so
Precisely.
Someone can take something off your hands like that and sort of say, well, I'm essentially self-sufficient in this round, I'll be all right. Then, yeah, why not? And he's doing all right at the moment, 7-3. Smoked off out there, but see if he can find a way to play around it. And looks like Rain is a bit worried that there might be some aggression coming his way. And he's not completely wrong either.
Yeah, Patsy could stay here for the entire round, or he could look for an aggressive fight just like this. So an opportunity to take Rain down yet again. Actually, it's him backing off. Okay. A reserved Patsy.
I'm super shocked that he went that whole way without ever looking up at the silo.
Not worried at all, is he? Now, this is curious. You can get double mollies from Carrigan's position here, potentially one backside and one top hut. That's going to be name of the game. Could be a top pop.
Yeah, flashes. Oh, that's not bad. Siren not hitting anything, but Patsy did kill Rain to start the round with. And Siren, he's finally unflashed just in time to see death coming at him. 3 versus 4. Wonderful not getting the flick quite. And Chopper, how do you get out of this one? Surely they're going to be watching that vent. Maybe a flash by a teammate, but this does not feel like a doable round for Spirit. They might want to be really careful. All right, so far so good. He actually did make it up out of the vent. Thought he might have been dead already. Twistzz looking upper, and Chopper trying to create enough space back here, but that's just not going to happen. Twistzz, consecutive headshots as they try and get up heaven, and that's a nice lockdown.
Yeah, Carrigan's molly didn't land top hut, so either it missed or it was destined for somewhere else there. So even with a potential hiccup there in the execute, still a clean round from FaZe. Money to buy here for Spirit, no dramas, and this is Twistzz getting the double kill as they both push out heaven. So great work that you can see 2 of them just standing shoulder to shoulder to try and lock that key position down, and that's one of the positives when you have the number advantage. You can have multiple eyes on a choke point. A little bit of damage done to Wonderful here. Maybe he copped a bit of a knife in the back from a teammate. Nade 4 with damage done. Exchange both ways. Rain and Patsy both holding down the trigger here, looking for the early fight coming their way.
And nobody wants to back up. Wonderful. That is a great flick. He tries to go for the wallbang, which you absolutely can do. Twistzz probably lucky to be alive. But they're keeping the aggression? Okay.
Yeah, Magic's can stay here, right? They will have to clear this out with either bodies or a flash. So if they go for another top hit like we just saw, Magic's can also be quite quick on the flank. But Rain, he's the one who's already made it across towards Secret. So a rotation will have to come in to address that. And looks like that's the case. It's Wonderful being dispatched to deal with the lower side. Now, a door needs to be open or a window needs to be broken, so a sound cue to come their way. But if there's multiple bodies down there, they could get into that site quite quickly. I think fortunately for Spirit right now, that's not the case. It is just Rain looking on his lonesome. Now, there's a few options you can have in the mid-round here if you're FaZe. You can try and get down this vent to join Rain if he takes a bit more space, or you can try and go ramp straight into Magic's. The low HP at Twistzz is gone. He's got a couple more coming his way.
Oh, that's not a bad lineup. He gets one more and even does a little bit of damage on the Rops. And if you look at the clock, 30 seconds. Rops is spinning it around. He's got the bomb on his back. He's looking for it, but won't win the fight against Chopper. And that feels like the round is just dissolved.
Yeah, nowhere back into this. Wonderful's going to pick up another onto Rain, and it is just Karrigan who's at least got some space over towards Squeaky, but 4 to find, no time. And you want to consider the save here. He's actually walking towards the bomb, and Siren will take that one. You love those. Looking the wrong way, bullet in the side of the head, and Spirit will bounce back with another, so a 2-round game.
Do you think it's still possible at this level to trick people with some of those audio fakes that we've seen in the past where you open the door at Squeaky simultaneously with the one downstairs, you shoot out the windows, you crack the windows in control room down below? I
think if you study the demo and you see the way that they like to rotate around, right? Because some teams won't address those moves until there is a sound cue, but some teams will go, oh, we've lost vision, let's rotate 1 or 2 quite heavily. So I think it's a bit team dependent, but definitely so those tricks, they could also be used as a fake, right? That type of a maneuver could be a trick in itself.
Yeah, layers upon layers.
Yeah, that's the reason we love this game, right?
Really. Not a lot to work with in this round. A double scout, double deagle. The block of Karrigan effective on Ancient, but not been seen since for good reason. A little bit more damage than you wanted. Oh, this is so dangerous. Chopper, he's going to win that fight, but that's exactly one of those battles where if he goes down, it's a 2-on-2, and who knows what can happen. Rops is out here with a scout, and they really want to keep fighting. Flanking up from behind is Chopper, and he should be able to take down Rops in a matter of seconds. Oh, slowed it down a little bit. All right. Thought he was going to keep pushing.
Yeah, he's engaged right now, so the push should keep coming. The thing is, you don't want to give over another casualty because you haven't really been able to build too much of a bank just yet. So keeping 3 alive would be great. They'll even be able to scoop up the AWP, and yeah, they'll dispatch of Rops right there. So this is actually a very good start from Spirit. Right? We haven't finished the half just yet, but if they could get up to 10 rounds, it'd be a great half here. So this is good early signs.
And at one point, it did not look like this at all. It looked like the whole of FaZe were just going to take over the game. They had that huge back and forth, and for a second, it looked like FaZe were going to come out on top. So kind of cool to see. Spirit with some real resilience behind them, not just bowing out. Chopper is 12-4. That's a great scoreline.
I wonder if Patsy's presence towards Yard has completely stalled FaZe from even testing the waters, right? Because they're looking for another top pop.
For it again. I mean, they've been successful getting out here, so maybe that also makes a little bit of sense. Trying to get through the smoke, but Siren's on the other side. He is so blind, but some help from above. Wonderful there with the AWP, raining down death onto Karrigan and Rain both. And Patsy's there, aggressive as ever, and he'll take that kill. But both of them up at heaven behind him. Twistzz, are they just going to push it? Oh, no, that might be a mistake! It's a huge mistake! Another round for FaZe. They just wanted to power through. And he was ready.
I can't believe it. They're just walking into the Galil here. Just giving away multiple fighters to Twistzz from that position. He gets 4 kills in the round. That is massive stuff from the Canadian here. You can check this one back. The one onto Patsy, they knew exactly where he is. And it's a 1-on-2 situation right now. And they just walk straight into the beast. There's a smoke in play. He's using that in his favor. And a massive one to get FaZe their 5th round. You can see how much Karrigan likes that. broky even showing a bit of a celebration. Massive stuff from Twistzz.
They love that. Oh, they want to keep the pressure on. They want to go fast at it again. Chad coming out. That smoke is up. There is a bit of a gap. I don't know if it's the one that they threw. Twistzz, he goes down afterwards. And this A defense, it'll hold. But that did look like the smoke that Mahone was warning us about. It was a really quick one, so almost feels like there's no way they could have thrown it that fast. They're going to find the last player outside as well, and they're right back on track.
I can understand why FaZe go for that call, because they only had the one player surviving in the previous, so Money was a little bit light on, quicker with some MAC-10s in play. You're thinking you can catch Spirit off guard, but they handle and take care of business right there. So back and forth we go, and this is the competitive game that we were looking for. Ancient, right, the scoreline, yeah, it did have its moments, but this one here is giving us a few more offerings that maybe, just maybe, we could be heading to Mirage as that 3rd. Spirit would love to get the last 2, and they should at least get 1 more. Just a couple of pistol upgrades here. And a great start from Wonderful. The AWP strikes. The second bullet a little bit shy, but he's got help in Patsy.
Yeah, should be no troubles outside on this one. Oh, okay. Twistzz wandering into the flames of the Molotov. Oh. Good knockout. So a smoke dodges the AWP, creates a little bit of space behind it even, tries to find a one-way. He's doing the best that he can to juggle his outside aggression, Carrigan. And he's going to win that one. Wonderful. That, especially that last one, probably should have been his kill.
And not tradable because nobody else was close here. Chopper is starting to make his way up secret now, but Carrigan's already relinquished yard control. And if you're Chopper, you are scared to poke your head up because sure, you know Carrigan was there, but where are the other two? Robs and broky haven't announced their presence just yet. They're both still just holding down lobby for a CT aggress, and that's what you normally expect when the number situation starts to fall in favor of the T's. It's a 3v3, and the door's not blown open, so they will have to announce their presence.
Spirit, they are so close to cementing a brilliant first half. If they let go of this round, that's going to be almost unforgivable, and they won't. Siren with a nice hold up there. They really, I mean, I was worried for a second there because they have 8, now they have 9 on the board, but if they let go of that round, who knows? It could be an 8-7 half all of a sudden.
Could have been flashbacks to Ancient as well when they lost to the Glock, right? And those tilt rounds, they do start to add up because you're doing such a good job in the rifle rounds. You're trading it really quite well, and you have individuals locking down key areas of the map. But when you lose to pistols and you know that you overpeaked or you made a misplay, not only are you a bit mad that you lost to pistols, you're mad at yourself.
Yeah. I mean, they seem to be doing so well, even in spite of all the struggles. They actually seem unaffected by how chaotic of a game this has been, not just on this one, but on the first map too.
Yeah, I think what really reignited the flame for them was that round they saved 2 rifles and then were able to, I think Wonderful got the opening kill with a scout towards yard, or maybe even one back to draw it up 4-on-4, and that's really given Spirit some life in this half. And they've run with it. They haven't fumbled it.
Look at everyone except for Magic, who's at 6, but otherwise it's 13 on 3 of them and 12 on Patsy. So a lot of people showing up to fight here for Spirit.
Bit of a gap in this smoke wall. Not sure if this is intentional here because Patsy is hanging around and confirming that nobody has made the crawl. And the yard player of Rain that Mahone highlighted in the, well, default rounds that you'd expect from FaZe, he's been having a rough go of things. Currently 4 for 12, and yard is traditionally a key component of a map like Nuke. It's been a lot more lobby-centric as, well, these are the smokes Mahone highlighted as well. The Hell smoke as well as the main smoke.
See if he can catch Patsy off guard. Absolutely not. He's been winning this fight so much. Siren will get that one. It's a double for him as well. This is a lockdown. 15th round, definitely going to go the way of Spirit. Nothing that Carrigan can do to change that one. Some solid work here for Team Spirit. Just chill out here. It's Patsy to get the final one. And they've done such an amazing job. 10-5 in their favor on the opening half here. That might be enough to get us to a third map. We'll find out in a minute.
Can maybe go and hold long instantly, Oleg.
I want to do Stout Hunter.
Under? Okay.
I haven't been there yet.
You can do it, it's good. I will smoke the molly, man.
Okay. I'm holding flash if they do double molly first. Did they do double molly?
No,
shot
no,
again,
no.
I think.
I'm under the slide, okay? They nade me.
They might took shot again.
Yeah, they did. I can molly balloons and flash.
Yeah, wait. Molly it now.
Nothing. I can flash.
Flash.
Flashing in front of you. Tank.
Ents and Snappy desperately trying to come up with a solution. This time it's a triple boost to Purin towards short water.
I'll smoke.
They smoke monster.
I smoke toilets now.
13-11, 2-round lead for FaZe.
We go into Vindigo now, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah, but they have shot, so it will be a bit out.
They have short.
Spam either direction or make a movement toward either side. He could react to it, but he knows there's a timer. He's backed off, goes safely toward the site.
You can also just search monster. That's also fine. If you cannot take short, just search monster, boys.
Be on the right side, yeah.
It can be
Leaving A
offshore.
now.
Let's come late, Pavel.
Just hold our rain, we will clear right.
I'm playing late for. We smoke banana. We smoke
Yeah,
banana.
I'm doing the flash now.
Close short. They're going back. They're rotating B
I don't
goes.
see shot.
One
Looking mid
ABC,
Triple boost. He did push or something. Yeah.
Full blind.
Water,
Full
water,
blind.
close.
That smoke, the one we just saw in front of Kerrigan, saves them, but Twistzz goes above and beyond.
And move back side.
Bomb going down, despite the awkwardness and the chaos within the site that it was about to ensue inevitably.
Heaven up.
One more somewhere around.
Planting.
Should be water.
Desperate to try and get that bomb down once more. Rob's going to take the same approach. Saved by
Looking
Hades.
in the
Tu
dome.
mam heaven, chwilę. Leży heaven.
2v1.
Może gala.
Take a shot.
Wchodzę, wchodzę,
Ja
wodę,
zachodzę
wiesz?
galę, z sposobem. Gala jest. Zachodzę.
How it's favored, how it's switched, how he spotted. Nice shot back onto Dia. Rain tag to 19. And Hades, who's clutched out a one-on-one already versus Twistzz, has to do the same on Rain.
Nice one!
The Counter-Strike will continue right now. Second map, second half, we've got FaZe, we've got Spirit, and Spirit are continuing to impress. They couldn't quite make it on the opening map of Ancient, but on this one, they have 10 rounds to the 5 of FaZe. Is that enough, Chad?
Could be quite the victory here from Spirit. Now look, we'll do the cliches of the pistol round here, but this would be a massive win in itself. FaZe have played this map 14 times in 2022. They've only lost it twice. So this is a massive scout for Spirit to potentially take right here. FaZe, however, win about 60% of their rounds on the CT side. Unfortunately for them, that's where they are.
Okay, well, let's find out if that's enough. What is that speed? And Robs, how does he still hit the headshot? I haven't seen bunny jumping like that in a long while. He still somehow connects, and now they're going to try and see if they can run him down. Why are they still just jumping?
You need to shoot, guys.
He gets one, and why is it working? I have so many questions. Twistzz and Kerrigan, 2 versus 3. Oh, man. Opening the door and getting absolutely wrecked by Chopper. Kerrigan on the other side. You wanted to bring back the kangaroo, but they've already done it. Chad, they've got at least 2 or 3 in this round. Trying to see if they can get him. I need some help understanding what's happening.
That right there, look, that little ramp rush. I remember seeing Heroic do it where the first player would always be like jumping out, maybe even backwards with your head down, because we know how difficult it can be for the USP to find those kills. But the fact that Rops gets the first right there, you're thinking, oh, okay, this is stalled out. But they keep coming and they just keep jumping to draw these crosshairs. Rops dealt with it on Ancient and Donut, but he couldn't do it with the USP on the second try. And all the Glock kills just fall in the favor of Spirit here. That's both pistols, and this is almost setting the map up on a silver platter. This is fantastic from Spirit now. We might be heading to Mirage.
What an opening. I think that round sums up what a lot of this game has been. Just a lot of chaos to deal with.
I love the progression here. Oh, so does Rain. Quite easy for him to read, apparently. It looked perfect in terms of the timing of the smokes and when Patsy started to move, but Rain finally getting one back on Patsy. He's had a rough go of things in that first half. He wants to change the tide here in the second, and they desperately needed an opening kill on this 4-spy. So now Spirit, they have less options. They didn't get the secret control, and you can see that Chopper didn't want to try and make it across and try the same gambit.
Well, Kerrigan is on the wrong side of the door, or at least from the point of view of Team Spirit. Is that going to be enough to catch somebody off guard? Nope. Magic's smart little shoulder just showing it. It's the detail sometimes.
Yeah, well, I thought the blender of the MP9 would have been enough, and I don't think they're going to be able to drop down the vent because broky's going to come up and greet them here. Would love to get his hands on the pocket rocket from Rain's corpse. Not too far away. And a sound cue given off from Twistzz as he dropped off of Hut, but Spirit aren't in a rush. They'll have to be shortly because there's only 35 seconds left on the clock. Wonderful's low, and Magic's is at half HP, so this round is not done for FaZe just yet.
Are they going to keep the bomb on a guy with 44 health as well, with only 24 seconds? I mean, sometimes that even could be a little bit of a problem. broky's raiding down here, hoping that they try and drop against the Deagle. That would be amazing, but they're not. They're going to keep progressing onto the floor of the A-bomb site. 13 seconds, and now comes broky out of the vent. Twistzz with the CC, and this round is falling apart. No time left for Wonderful, and FaZe, they bring it back.
This must be the series of the tournament so far that has had the most low buy or force buy round wins. There's been so many.
By a long shot, yeah.
So many. And Carrigan's getting loud as well. We know Spirit liked to yell, but Carrigan, you saw him there if you caught that piece in the ad break just before. You know, he had the cowbell. We've seen him with a bunch of different paraphernalia to make some noise, and now he's getting it done with the mouth. As this is a massive round right here. It started with the rain opening, but it was time and damage that really hurt Spirit here. And back and forth we go again with these force buy wars.
Yeah, always the showman, Carrigan. He needs some new material though.
I said force buy wars. I tell a lie, Anders. It's just the saved Galil here. So looks like Spirit are happy to relinquish control of the early game.
Sign of the fact that they have a little bit more of a buffer this time, maybe?
Yeah, I can understand it, but you think here, because for Poor Wonderful in the next round of play, actually for all of them in the next round of play, it's only the 1900 loss bonus. So everyone at home can do the maths here. I want you to get out your calculators, the ones that your teacher said you would never have in your pocket, yep, your phone, and you add 1900 bucks onto what you see everybody having right now. It's not enough for a full buy in the next, but this is something quite cute that Spirit do, is they'll do Galil buys, right? And when they can't do AK buys, they'll do Galil buys with Head Armor and Util. That's one of the positives, I suppose, of having the Galil a little bit cheaper.
Maybe not the perfect aim for it, but he's going to find a kill anyway. And just the Glock going to be found at the end. Now, I did love the Boomer calculator reference. I don't...
We all heard it multiple times.
It's not bad.
And those teachers were all very, very wrong. Let's see, is it going to be the Galils? Or, okay, so they're going to so they took an eco behind a save Galil, and now they're taking a half buy. So essentially, this is like we're playing 1.6 or the early economy of CSGO where it's almost 2 ecos back to back. So this is great for FaZe, and that's why you would normally in that situation see the T's buy, right? That was why I was confused when we didn't see them buy.
Oh, here we go. This is going to be fast. Super fast, in fact, and the flash is amazing. Twistzz, he was just out of it. They can't even call it off.
Yeah, that's it. And that was all the util. That was an all-in shove with all the nades, and they got stalled out. So at this point, now it's just Pistols hoping for a push. 2 back-to-back very flat rounds of decision-making and, I guess, traction. Because Spirit here have to hope for a miracle. They have to hope that FaZe give them more than one opportunity if they want to win a round like this now.
Would you want to have seen them push that after the kill? Just got, like, beating the smoke and the Molotov or whatever else was there?
I guess the fact that they have this number advantage, they're hoping to play out the rotations here, but it's still going to be very difficult because it's rifles to deal with. broky looking likely to lock down this ramp position. If he gets to the back box, he doesn't even have to take the initial choke point fight. He can allow them to come out and shoot them in the back, and smoke's starting to fade, so they will be coming.
We can see the idea. Now let's see how it actually plays out in reality. For broky, a lot of people jumping off. Man, he's handling it so well. Mechanically, this kid is so gifted. Look at that. That could have gone horribly wrong, but that's almost as perfect as you can get. Rob's taking down Patsy in wonderful back here. Glock in hand, and that container is not going to get much coverage.
That might have worked against a different team, right? Because maybe you don't go up against someone as mechanically sound as a broky or a Rain or a Twistzz or a Rops. But you see the problem? I just listed 4 of the 5 members, right? So this is an issue when you play FaZe. They're the kills they love. They're the, oh, okay, we're playing aimbots, are we? We'll just gladly take those, add them to the tally. And now broky can even get out his favorite weapon of the AWP. The same can't be said for Wonderful. This is Spirit into their first gun rounds here in the second half. And after a pistol round win, we were starting to have a conversation that map could be done, but this one's back on.
Oh, definitely. 3-round gap. That's nothing for FaZe. They can absolutely come right back into this game here. Wide open once again. Team Spirit need to double and triple down on that focus to try and see if they can clear this one and get a third map. Oh, and the return, Rain, we talked about it. The revenge, you mentioned it. Patsy winning that fight in the opening half so much, so that's got to feel sweet for Rain.
Yeah, and I mentioned a little bit earlier, back at the RMRs for the previous major, it was Spirit with Dexter playing Sinners. For those of you who maybe were uninitiated, the team were like, well, they had Neofrag once upon a time, not anymore, Zedco, right, that type of crew. And they got absolutely pantsed on Nuke at the RMR, and then they went to the major and they came top 4. And I was like, how did they do that after being really quite average against a team who was below the caliber that they were beating and stopping out? But we'll focus back on this round here because it is a 3-on-5. Rops has a chance, spams down 1, the trades are here, and Rain opens and closes another round. They're back in business right now, FaZe, and now it's a 2-round gap, and Spirit have to have another half buy. And you think about how the early stages they've had one gun round in, what, the first 5 rounds of play. Make it 6 after this one. Pretty miserable.
Yeah, that is the kind of economy that's going to fast-track FaZe comeback right into the second half. They are locked in. I don't think they have any doubt about what's going to happen now.
I was having a bit of a look as well. Carrigan, out of the last 11 grand finals he has been in, this is dating back to like 2018 when he was on Mouse. Once he gets to the grand final, he's only lost 1. It was Epicenter. Every grand final that Carrigan's got in otherwise, he's won. That's 10 out of the 11.
That's a crazy stat. That almost doesn't seem like
Crazy,
wow.
right? Yeah, look, there's quite a few tournaments there where he came 3rd, 4th, but when he gets to the final, out of the last 11, he's won 10.
Ooh, that's a little bit awkward. Not for Wonderful, but for Twistzz. A lot of damage though onto the T side still. So 4 and 4, yeah. Rain is out here trying to see if he can stay. Rob's actually taking up position. He's going to get run down.
Dear.
Wide swing with the Tech 9 and not able to cover it. And broky, if he goes down too, this round is officially done. They're going to be in a lot of trouble. Scoped up, but you've got to be really careful. That's a nice pick off, but they're already up on top. 3 on 3 at the very least. And it'll slow them down just a bit. Nobody is down below for the FaZe side, so if they can pick up the bomb and find a way to get there, maybe there's something to play for here for Spirit. Fortunately,
they did chip away at Chopper a little bit. Otherwise, HP a big problem. Carrigan stepping out. He was the healthiest member, and he can't convert a kill. broky and Rain, the walking wounded, in a 2 on 3 now. They're going to drop another round to just a light pistol upgrade.
Yeah, it feels like it, doesn't it? Molotov, they're happy that it doesn't land on top of Rain. Can't stand that much more of it. They're going to be coming out the vent behind, and Rain he's got some backup now. There's a good kill, 20 seconds, but the bomb is making its way down.
Hello.
Holding it is Magic's. No problem on that Tech 9 HE to try and blow up Rain. He's going to dodge the first bit of chip damage. But is it even worth it to go for this? I feel like this might be just a better choice.
He's going to try and wallbang him, I think, or at least he considered it.
He did, yeah. Surely there's no way you get into this bomb site.
They'd have to misplay this. And he has to break a window just to get out. This surely done.
Yeah, maybe this is what he's looking to see if anyone is out of position.
I was talking to Alex about this. It's kind of like fishing when the CTs do this in certain situations. Like they put the bait in the water, they'll hang around. They'll see if you overstep or misplay, and then if they don't, they can still save. So at least they're giving themselves an opportunity instead of immediately packing their bags and heading towards T or CT spawn to save. So he will retain the AK, but another one to add to that tally. I'm sure someone at home can really start making a list of all these rounds because there's been so many.
And I feel like in the past when we've seen FaZe, this is one of the things we kind of credit them for, is that they really don't give up a lot of rounds like this. So you have to wonder if it isn't just the nature of how Spirit are playing that's maybe pushing FaZe out of their comfort zone.
Yeah, well, it's an uncharacteristic fight. The main one that we saw in Warehouse there with the pathing of the Ts and just a bit of a sketchy spray. So a couple of kills coming to Spirit maybe a bit easier than they would have liked, but broky jumping across, wanting to use the left-hand side of Warehouse here early. AWP trained, and Rain pushing up close and personal.
Yeah, real close. Patsy did this too. Battle continues, and Rain will come out one more time. It's so funny to see how the mirroring of those positions somehow is suddenly going to be favoring Rain in this one. And now he's got some backup to try and help, because on that high ground, Chopper is hoping to catch him, or was at least.
I think a team smoke was thrown here to help facilitate, yeah, you can see it here, it's just plumed for Rain to drop back, and they're actually going to march forward. Now, the reason that it's Rain and not Rops going forward is because they already knew that Rain was in this position. So if he goes down, they might not expect another pushing late, and an opportunity here for Rain, peppering down Chopper, gets him low, but the two of them can now drop back and reset.
Even if they get no kills, just knowing that the CTs know you're this far back does not feel good on the T side, does it? It's like, well, what do we do? This is going to be so obvious no matter what we... Well, there might be an answer. Rob's tapping away through the smoke. He's going to pick up Siren. Still got 40 seconds and a one-man lead on the FaZe side. Down below, Rob's is hanging out.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is going to be doable. Nade and a smoke off towards Mini, but the real defense is on the other side. They're hanging out on the actual bomb site. Carrigan will pick off one, and Rops comes charging out. Bomb on the ground. And I think it's time for probably to pack up this AWP and save it.
Can Spirit always be on a half buy? Right, save guns are okay, but always be on a half buy. Because right now in this half, they've won the pistol and a Tech 9 round, and that's it. When the full guns come out, they don't look themselves. But when they have a little bit lighter weaponry and, I guess, less to lose, they're able to convert those rounds. I better hear through our mics right now. The B-Stream game has just kicked off. That's Vitality versus Mouse, and that's an elimination match. So,
Oh my god.
yeah, that's going to be a big one. This is a great defense, wasn't it?
What you just said about winning the half buy rounds, that's like a 2015 Counter-Strike meme.
Yeah, it's like we got Envious in the server, right? And Fnatic going toe-to-toe with just Tech9. So, yeah, it's a curious one. But we know that decision-making when you are just on this pistol round, you do tend to take a couple more risks. You have less to lose. And also, you're more mobile. But speaking of mobile, Wonderful being very much so.
It's a monster nade landing on him. And I guess just to add to what you're saying, if you're a team that already enjoys the speed and the madness behind it, then yeah, maybe there's even more synergy to be found playing that way.
A few more Vega Squadron Mac 10 strategies, I think.
What a revelation that was. Wonderful. In spite of the early nade damage, taking down Rain. And he doesn't even get to fight Patsy this time.
One of those smokes missed. You can see it on the radar. It's off in the middle of nowhere.
Seriously missed. Oh, Chopper. He saw broky back there. They know. Gonna try and take the fight with Karrigan. Does a bit of damage. Oh, some wallbang coming out, maybe. Go down. Twistzz fighting at a lot of different angles.
Oh,
His aim is so snappy. He's another one of these players you don't want to just throw people at him because he'll handle it. He can keep going. 17 and 14 right now, scoreline. And Rops is going to be finding Patsy. This looked like a good opening. The Twistzz is hearing it. He's so ready for it. Wonderful. This might not be the way to go. He's going to have to clear this corner, and that's almost impossible. Walks right into it. And what a round for Twistzz.
Yeah, he's been very influential. Remember the 1v3 that he had on the first half with the Galil? They only managed 5 rounds, and one of those rounds came off this man on your screen right here. They all know because you didn't think he'd be able to flick back in time, but he shows exactly that. Wonderful, trying to get some work done with the AWP, but Rob silences this once he takes down Patsy's Crawl in the final kill, where we heard him coming from a mile away. And now, the economy's in the bin here for Spirit. It is going to have to be just another partial buy here, but things are starting to shape up for FaZe to get this one done in a 2-0 fashion. Just a one-round game, but their biggest nemesis comes up next. The light buy.
Yeah, it's true. Do you remember the pistol round that FaZe threw at us at the start of this game where they dive down and cross mini with 2 people that just kind of like, come in? That'd be a cool round to throw out with your Tech9s. That could be fun to try and run for hell and just try and, I mean, especially if you think you might be up against broky on that AWP. You just need to miss 1 shot maybe, so it could be kind of cool to see them try and put some pressure on that.
And you get fights on multiple fronts, so there's always a chance to be 1 step ahead of the rotation, or at least finding the gap in the rotation. Now, we've seen quite the investment into U2. They're throwing a smoke wall yard, but it is going to be either a top or a ramp play. Looking like top now as we see them on T-roof lining up U2.
But can they be? Molotov is going to land a little bit behind them, but they're slowed down anyway. Karrigan only good for the 1. That's interesting. broky, what a commitment down on the low ground. He's got no teammates with him. Up on top, Rops has finally shown up, and I'm so impressed. That is a bold play, and we'll see if it's going to be working out. He's still a little bit exposed. That might be a huge upgrade, picking up the rifle instead, and Wonderful with a deagle needs some swift headshots, and broky will absolutely deny him. What a fearless play.
Yeah, that was a look of relief there on Karrigan. Sure, a celebration, but the fact that they withstand this light buy, that is closer than the rifle rounds, right? So you can see here, they get into the site, they get the bomb down, they give themselves some extra cash to work with, but you have to be sitting there if you're Chopper thinking, how do we replicate this with rifles in our hands? Because we're doing such a great job of being brawly with the Tech9s and the pistols. We're continuing to either take rounds or push FaZe, but we just need to do it with the bigger guns because they're not out of this game just yet. We finally tied things up.
Yeah, I mean, if they could repeat that round with this buy here, and then they would be on the, but they could Molotov and smoke off that heaven position.
It could be fast here, Anders. Look, Chopper's actually going with a Mac 10. He could have bought an AK.
Yeah, they want to go for it. They want to try and see if they can get the job done. Let's see if FaZe are ready. Team Spirit showing up at the A-bomb side. The initial spray is good for Karrigan, but he gets traded. Twistzz not mechanically fast enough this time, and Rain will get at least 1 more trade. So a 2-on-3, but this time they have rifles. No bomb plant yet. They got it fast last time. But they have to respect the fact that they don't quite have the map control yet to go straight for the bomb planet. They might try and escape. They might try and see if they can just sneak on out. That's a nice move. No
Rops is rotating with the AWP here.
Oh, yeah, you're right. He's going to get there before them. Door is open, but the smoke is going to... Oh! Wonderful! Decide to peek his head out. And that's too much. 1 versus 3 for Patsy, and he will not be able to defeat broky. Double AWP, holding that lower bomb site, and FaZe the back in the lead.
Yeah, finally, right? Good to see them. And I was about to start the conversation here that the double AWPs, if the bomb goes down, we're going to have a very difficult time retaking the lower site. But the fact that they get that shot onto Wonderful, the bomb spills forward. That was the chance for FaZe, or I want to say the chance for Spirit, because we talked about something fast, we talked about the trading, and how the hell did he get up there?
I absolutely don't know.
Okay, I don't think I've ever seen that before. Here we go.
Is it the nade?
Oi, hey!
What a cheeky
10 points?
How's that possible? No way.
Okay. Fair enough. Haven't seen anybody up on that yellow rafter for years. I thought they put some clipping there.
They closed it off a long time ago.
Well, here's something that Spirit can work with. They're aware that double AWPs are on the board. So let's see how that plays into this next round, round 26. Chopper has a little bit of extra info to work with now.
Okay, well, they got the wall out. Rain and Patsy have been having their own isolated battle from the rest of the madness that's happening out here, and for the last many rounds it's going Rain's way. So he's faking it out, he's pretending that he's just emptied everything. Patsy wants to challenge him, but he was reloading. Oh, he catches it anyway. That's a great mind game, and Patsy comes out on top.
Finally, Patsy getting one over Rain here in this second half, and now he's working on some hell control. 22 kills to his name, and he'd love another one here as Rops has been pushed off ramp. They want to head down towards B. The option is there, but Carrigan has already rotated. Multiple members slinking on down, but they need to get past the in-game leader.
How does Carrigan want to actually check the bomb site? Because they are getting really close to getting there. Smokes are up. He's surely going to be calling for it. And the problem is, if they go through mini right now, they might lose a couple of players just for surprise alone. Yeah, don't push through your own smokes. That doesn't make sense. They find Patsy. That's the first step in the right direction. Twistzz, that is a massive kill, 4 on 4. Now at least they can try to get a little bit closer and see if they can get down below and stop this bomb.
Oh. Well, the double AWPs now are a huge issue. I spoke about this in the previous being a problem as the retake, and maybe FaZe have to consider the save here. Down a man.
Doesn't seem worth it, does it?
No, you'd be giving up so much, and I mentioned calling around this double AWP setup. Well, they were able to avoid both of them for the majority of this round here. You saw broky tucked in towards that vent, and it all kicked off with the fight with Patsy over Rain.
Throwing 2 people into a retake like that with AWPs is essentially saying if any one of us miss a shot, then probably someone's going to die, and it just doesn't seem like it's worth the risk. I agree. Tied up once again, 13-13.
We're going the distance, yeah. This is showing that it is going to be a closer affair than Ancient.
You know what's... I don't know if this matters yet necessarily, but I feel like it might be hard for a future opponent of either one of these teams, or maybe especially FaZe, to look at either Ancient or Nuke and try to learn a lot about what's going to be happening, because this might play out very differently next time we see FaZe on either one of these 2 maps.
Yeah, because the weaknesses have come from losing to lighter buys, right? So as that is the defining factor, those are the ones that you like to shrug off and you go, oh, okay, well, we know what we did wrong here, or we need to tighten this up, but you don't, as you mentioned, don't have a huge amount to learn. Now, they really need to get these double AWPs activated before an opening pick comes in for Spirit. So Rain this time is playing a little bit more passively. He's actually tucked in a warehouse here, perfectly highlighted by the Obs team, so they can't just creep in towards main, but there's always a problem about getting top main and jumping around towards hell. Rops down towards the lower side with the AWP can start to work his way up, and you can see he's scoped early, so the sound cue doesn't give him away, but nobody is close to hear that currently.
Have the deep Molotov there, and he hears it coming from quite a bit away. Still wants to stick around just to see if he could find the timing once it fades. He's actually taking a bit of damage. Yes, he does, and Patsy, he will live. 16 health left. He's so close to going down, but Rops fighting to put that orb into work.
Well, this is the thing. When Patsy was getting opening kills on Ancient, rounds tended to come in the way for Spirit, and the fact that he's done it again here, the fact that Rops gets tickled and then picks through, it's now on broky towards ramp to work his trade. They're ahead of this.
That's a nice pick off on Magic's. Do they want to go at it again? Only got about 40 seconds left. They need to make up their minds. There's a lot of targets out there. He'll pick up one more, and finally they find a way to challenge him. But he's still alive back here. Forced down. He takes down Chopper. He almost had that one as well. 35 seconds and a 2-on-3. Carrigan down below. And if they want to run for it here, they're not sure, this might be a really smart move. They're going to go back up instead.
time. Well, it's a little bit wrong on the HUD right there, but we can let you know that there's about 10 seconds left, so they will need to get this bomb down now, and he can plant slightly for main. It can be defused behind the silo. Karrigan now knows he's out of position, and Twistzz can't chip in. They're not in a position where Twistzz can find a kill just yet. He will have to creep in towards the Lion's Den and chip in with his in-game leader.
That's a very close bomb plant right here. Wonderful. Ooh, he misses the chance, and that might be a little bit of an issue. Twistzz is coming in with the kill. Gonna get shot at the back as Karrigan, and Twistzz now 1 versus 2, and he wins that fight too. Oh my god, that is well done. Twistzz with plenty of time for the defuse, has the kit and everything. 14 on the side of FaZe. That is a bit of a miracle that they make it through that one.
Yeah, and I don't know if they're going to want to bring out the double AWP setup again here. First of all, money might be an issue to do so, but second of all, you can see how it's hampering them in some of these situations. Now, here you could see broky just lighting him up towards ramp. This is perfect work from him. He's had 2 key rounds at this ramp position, one with an AK and now one with the AWP. But I just want to talk about why you see patsy here go for both of these fights. He doesn't really have a choice because of the way that the bomb was planted. He needs to stop Twistzz before he gets around the silos. So the fact he takes that pick, has to go for it here. And you can see broky getting fired up now. We understand why. Winner of this game locks themselves in a ticket for the Lanxess, and it's sold out. So I can understand why they want to be there.
Yeah, so many careers have been inspired by watching previous champions make their careers on that Lanxess stage. I think a lot of people that are playing right now, they wanted a taste of what that was like.
Yeah, I had an opportunity to talk to Mopaj. You probably heard this one from Jason already. And the fact that he said qualifying for Cologne groups was bigger than winning Valencia for him is massive. I can't imagine the feeling to get onto the stage now. We get to see the Spanish play next week.
Yeah, what an achievement it would be for FaZe to get back there once again, and for Spirit if they find a way to pick a third map here and actually make it through. That is something that's even hard to imagine right now, the way that this game is going. 14-13, it's just a 1-round gap, but FaZe seem to all the time be just a couple of steps ahead. And Twistzz right now is showing off in a massive way. 23 kills, 21 on broky as well. And Team Spirit put to the test one more time. They need to find a way to reset this economy on the FaZe side and try to get out of this before we get into overtime or before they lose the map entirely.
This could be a massive round though. If Spirit can convert this, there's not a lot of cash left over residual for FaZe going forward. So this could potentially be worth 2 for Spirit if they can pick it up. But then you have to ask questions about FaZe. Their loss bonus is bottom of the barrel. So into the next round of play, or if they lose a bomb site, it might have to be saves. So an opening kill, a bomb site lost, and Rain gets the better of patsy again.
And he was trying to play with the smoke timings out there, patsy, just, you know, peeking in the last possible second. But you're right, it wouldn't be a surprise if FaZe called a save early in a round like this one. Now they have the opening kill, they're going to be less incentivized to do that. And look at Robs. Not here for the snacks or the trophies.
Yeah, he's really tightened the noose early. We saw Magic's with a similar play within that first half. So there's going to be less room to work with right now for Spirit, and they have no idea that this is the case. Still a bit of util and starting to limp it out now, hoping to get a response. And here it comes. Rops is pushing, and he's going to deny the bomb. It's dropped towards lobby, wants to take another fight, knows there's at least one more to Squeaky, and this should be 15.
Yeah, what an absolute disastrous moment. Oh my god, that is wild. You know you're hungry for... Oh, he's going to be found. Okay.
Bomb's on B. There's no one down here to stop this.
Oh, there's no way. Chad, they're not losing this round, right?
Wonderful still watching the vent. He's got the tag, but Karrigan's down. The kill comes through. Rain on the flank. It's a 1-on-3 for Siren.
This round should have been won already, probably 20 seconds ago, but it's a bomb plant here. He's going to find the kill on Karrigan. Rain running past, and he takes a lot of damage for it. They don't have a smoke on the other side. They can't even block him off. This is going to get real tricky now. Siren, he hears that defuse. Oh, and broky. Good for one more. That is way too scary.
Yeah, that was a very close round. And you think about this, if Rain hadn't actually flanked behind Wonderful and he gets away, has a chance to run all the way around to get to Secret, I think that it could have taken FaZe some time to get down towards that B site. So almost getting themselves back into this round after the opening from Rain onto Patsy there. Rops is a madman. That push was punished, and understandably so, but that's 15 secure. Just one more for FaZe now. But Spirit, they got the bomb down, they get another buy, and they're not done just yet. Even though Wonderful looks like this one's all over.
15-13. At least they have the money behind them. At least they could fight to get this one into overtime. What a brutal game this has been. Patsy on 25 kills out here. Trying to see if he could find a way to sneak past Karrigan. He's got the right idea. Playing battleships through that smoke. And nearly catching Siren completely. And Rain down here. Let's see how quick is Patsy on the trigger. Not going to hit the headshot. Rain still on the other side, smoking it off. Are they really going to respect it? The Rain comes back. Oh, this is such a bold move.
Yeah, masterclass from Rain here. Now, this is, I think, the first time we've actually seen him drop down to Secret. It's been Rops a little bit more often. So a change up in the setup here, and need to be very careful right now. Rain, he takes down Patsy yet again. This battle between Patsy and Rain defining this second half.
Smoke deep down towards Hell, but I'm not sure that's going to help with the kind of info that FaZe have right now. They know a lot. Robs is out here keeping an eye on it, so it gives maybe a little bit of space. And clock is running down very quickly at the moment. 40 seconds. Magic still up on that T roof. The bomb down towards the stairs. They need an opening, and they need one right now, or they're going to run out of time to even get the bomb plant. This is looking so scary. They're cutting it really close right now. broky, he's set up here to catch just one player, and one is enough at this point in time. He misses the first chance, falls back a little bit. They want to hunt him down, but they can't spend the time. Magix is out of the rounds. 15 seconds on the clock, and Rain with the double spray down. Wonderful on his own with absolutely no chance. And FaZe, they are ready for church.
Massive stuff from FaZe here. You can see what it means. A 2-0 victory, dispatching of Spirit just like they did in the major semi-final. Massive, massive stuff from the world #1. They locked themselves in for the Lanxess Arena, and this sets us up for a Spirit versus Furia lower match affair. Astralis versus FaZe in the upper, and we know that's got some history.
Oh, yes. Danes fighting each other. Always a good time. What a fantastic game this was.